Lived the sweetest rose of color, my Rosalie McFall. Her hair was bright and shiny, and her voice was sweet to me. You know that I would always love her and hope that she loves me. Her to be my darling, and this is what she said. You know that I will ever be happy when you and I are wed. Then God way up in heaven one day for her did call. I lost my bride and how I loved her, my Rosalie McFall. Searched this wild world over, through cities great and small, but I never found another like my Rosalie McFall. Way out on the hillside, in a cabin low and small, lived the sweetest rose of color, my Rosalie McFall.
What's up everybody, Brandon Johnson here again, and thanks for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the classic old-time tune, Rosalie McFall. Now this is one of my all-time favorite Grateful Dead tunes, and it's obviously been covered by many musicians over the years. And this tune was originally written by Charlie Monroe, and that he played with his band, the Monroe Brothers, back in the 1940s, the late 1940s. And it was popularized by none other than Jerry Garcia. He played it in the early 1960s with his bluegrass band, and then later produced a version on the Pizza Tapes, as well as Reckoning, which is one of my all-time favorite Grateful Dead albums. And for this lesson, I wanted to kind of cover three versions out there of the melody for Rosalie McFall. And the three versions I wanted to cover are the first version, which is played out of the open E position, which Jerry plays, including an intro that he plays. And the next two versions are going to be played out of capo 4. The first one is sort of an intermediate flat picking version. And then the last one is an advanced flat picking version, kind of inspired by Billy String. And in this lesson as well, I also covered the rhythm and chords so you can play backup and arrange this with other musicians. So it's a really great tune to know. It's fairly accessible and a lot of musicians know it. So let's take a look at these three versions of the melody for Rosalie McFall. All right, let's take a look at Rosalie McFall here. So this is kind of like the intro that Jerry plays on the Pizza Tapes, and he's played it in other contexts as well. And basically Jerry's playing this out of the open E position with no capo. So in this 4-note pickup here at the beginning, before measure number 1, we're going to play 2nd fret A, 4th fret A, 2nd fret A, 4th fret E, and then at the beginning of measure number 1 there, we have a downstroke on the open E. And then from there, we're going to hit a quick E major chord, just an E major open chord on a downstroke, followed by a 2nd fret D. That's on a dotted 8th note, so there's a little bit more of a gap there. And then we have a 2nd fret D again, this time on an upstroke, followed by a quick downstroke on the open E. Then you see two more 2nd fret Ds, dotted 8th note, followed by a 16th note. So you're really just holding this open E major chord. Then you see there at the beginning of measure number 2, we have a downstroke on that 2nd fret A. We're still holding that E major chord. And then another just strum of the E major chord. another kind of similar to the pattern that we had in measure number 1, that 2nd fret D again, and then that 2nd fret D to open E. I'm actually doing a little bit of cross picking here. And then you'll see at the end there, since we're going to repeat it, we're going to play that same line that we had in the pickup. And then we're going to end up on that open E when we repeat it. And then when we hit that repeat time the second time through, we're just going to leave out kind of those 4 notes at the end so we can go into the kind of the main head of the melody. But before we do that, let's take a look at these 2 measures to the metronome so you can kind of hear how they're played in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads us into measure number 3. All right, so looking at measures 3 through 6 here, really this is kind of the main head of the melody as Jerry plays it. And like I mentioned in the intro, he's not playing this with a capo, of course. We're playing this out of the open E position. But here he's going to go up the neck a little bit. So he's going to play 4th fret D, slide up to 6. And then we're going to land, after the pickup there, in measure number 3, on an upstroke on that 4th fret D. So I'm sliding up on my ring finger. Then we're going to hit that 4th fret G on an upstroke. So I'm sliding up on my ring finger on a downstroke, and then upstroke with my index finger on the 4th fret G. That's going to be right on that E chord. So essentially the 4th fret G here is going to ring out for 3 quarter notes. And then you'll see at the end there we have a hammer on 4th fret G to 6th fret G, and then back to 4th fret G. Okay, and then looking at measure number 4 there, we have a slide down from the 6th fret D to 4th fret D. And then we're going to play 2nd fret D. So really, because there's so much space between these notes, the timing is what you want to pay attention to here. 2, 3. Okay, that's going to leave us on that 2nd fret D with our index finger. And then we're going to slide up again with our ring finger from 4th fret D to 6th fret D. And then we're going to hit that 4th fret G again. Now that's going to be on an 8th note. So there's going to be a slight pause there, so pay attention to the timing here. It comes a little bit quicker, but there's still a gap there. So now we're looking at measure number 5 here. We have a hammer on 4th fret G to 6th fret G. Now what I'm doing here is I'm playing a hammer on with my index and my ring finger, right? But I'm also planting my middle finger on this 5th fret B, because that's going to come into play in a second here. So we're actually going to play a hammer on here with our index and our ring finger while holding this 5th fret B. And then we have a 6th fret G again, and then again. So a quarter note and then an 8th note, and then here's our 5th fret B on an upstroke, and then 6th fret G, 4th fret G, 6th fret D. And then you'll see it resolves there with that 4th fret G. So we can actually stay in this little, kind of 2-note, 3-note chord position here while we play this melody. Okay, let's play this section now all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is kind of the final section of this Jerry part here. And remember, we're coming off of measure number 6 here with this 4th fret G. And we're kind of playing this diatonic, this 2-tone chord position here, this chord shape, while we play our melody. So we're actually playing this kind of with our index finger, and then our middle finger is on this 5th fret B. And then we have at the end there, so we've got that 4th fret G on an upstroke. That's going to ring out for essentially 3 quarter notes. And then we have 4th fret G again, 6th fret G, and then at the beginning of the next measure, we have 5th fret B, 6th fret G, 5th fret B, 6th fret G, and then over that A chord, we have another 5th fret B, 6th fret G. So we're kind of playing that same little pattern, that 2-note pattern over the C sharp minor and the A. And then from there we have 4th fret G, slides 6th fret to 4th fret on an upstroke. That's a little tricky there because we're coming off of this 2-note chord that we're holding. And then immediately to the 4th fret G, and then the slide from the 6th fret to the 4th fret D. That's on an upstroke. And then we're going to hit that 2nd fret D on a downstroke in the next measure. Okay, in the beginning of the next measure, so remember we landed on this 2nd fret D here on a downstroke. That's on a quarter note. And then we have 4th fret A, 2nd fret A. That 2nd fret A is on an 8th note. And then we have 2nd fret D. So remember, pay attention to the timing here because there's a lot of space between these notes. And then after that 4th fret to 2nd fret A, and then the 2nd fret D, you're going to be playing that with your index finger. So that's going to put us in position here to play this 2nd fret to 4th fret D. That's on a 16th followed by an 8th, a dotted 8th actually. And then the final 2 measures here, we have 2nd fret D, quarter note, 4th fret A, quarter note, 2nd fret A, quarter note, landing on the B. And then we're just going to conclude here with a 4th fret E to 2nd fret E, a quick one. Little space there, and then your open E. So let's piece all that together, at least the last 4 measures here. Kind of cool there, Jerry, at the end. He doesn't overcomplicate things. He leaves a lot of space, and he just really lets the melody shine. Another tip you can do to kind of sound like Jerry is you can pick kind of closer to the bridge here. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you a kind of a twangier kind of a sound, which he seemed to like. So let's play the last 4 measures here, the conclusion of this Jerry melody, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, now let's play this complete Jerry melody all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Thanks so much for checking out this lesson today. This is a free preview of the complete lesson, which is available on my website, brandonjohnsonguitar.com, which contains the complete tab sheets for this lesson, as well as backing tracks and sound slice integration. And sound slice is a really great tool where you can sync up the video to the tab, you can slow it down, you can see exactly what note I'm playing in real time. And also, if you're interested in the rest of my lessons, you can sign up for the All Access membership on my website, which gives you access to every single lesson, course, and technique lesson that I've ever made through the lesson library. There's also a roadmap section where you can go through and learn in sequential order all the techniques that are required to play this awesome style of guitar. So if you enjoyed this lesson, go ahead and give me a like, thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out. And drop a comment too if you like this lesson. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time.
I asked her to be my darling.